Hi, and welcome back to Whitetail Acres Farm. As we're working on our goals and our plans for 2026, we are focusing on reflecting on everything that we accomplished in 2025. We had a lot of really great accomplishments. We also had some things that didn't quite pan out the way that we expected, or things that we have not been able to get to. So we're looking at everything and sitting down and putting our heads together to figure out this coming year, what should we really focus on? What did we not get to accomplish that we really need to in 2026? And where are our plans for the future? So in this video, we will share with you some of those goals that we came up with that we are really going to focus hard on accomplishing this year. And the last goal that we cover at the end of this video is a really big one, so you're going to want to stick around for that. And if you're not already subscribed, please subscribe and you can follow along and watch us as we accomplish that really big, exciting goal. So last year we were able to get this garden shed that we turned into a chicken coop, but we were not able to add a chicken run to the back of it. So that is one big goal that we need to accomplish this year, and early in the year at that. So last year we were able to get our shed. Ryan was able to finish out the inside, making some walls, putting primer down, painting. He got some nest boxes installed. He made custom roosts, and he was able to really dress up the inside of it with everything that we would need for our chickens. And it's worked out great. The chickens that we got in there have been loving it all, last fall and this winter. But they really need a chicken run at the end of the coop so that way they can get outside more. So that's what we're going to work on this year as soon as the ground thaws and we can. So the back of the coop here, you can see we have the door already for the chickens. We're going to build the chicken run from the back of the coop all the way back in the field to, let's see, right about here. So you can see there's going to be a really nice long run for them. It's going to be plenty of space for them to be able to come outside safely, enjoy being out in the fresh air. So we're looking forward to accomplishing that. The next thing we need to do is put up a fence here for the garden. Last year, Ryan had installed all of these posts, and he put a deer netting on the post, around the entire garden. It was 7 foot tall, and it was supposed to be really effective in keeping the deer out. So we were really excited about getting this up and in place, and we're really expecting it to work. But unfortunately, it didn't work as well. Even though, we secured it really well and we had it, high enough, the deer still got into the garden. So I'm going to take you in the garden here just to show you some of the damage that the deer did. Aside from eating some of the produce, they also came in. You can see they knocked down some of the cages here that we had our tomatoes growing in. They also made their way into our greenhouse and ate some of the produce in there. So it was really challenging. So we're going to get this post. We're going to add some more and extend out the fence this year. And that way we can not only cover the garden, but also the orchard, because the deer did get into the orchard as well. And we had tried to protect the trees and everything by putting cages around them, but they were not effective for keeping the deer out. So you can see the deer just knocked over the cages. They rubbed against the trees and messed with them and snapped them. So a lot of these newly planted trees that we've worked hard on are now gone, and it's a loss because the deer decided to come in here and just have their way at whatever they wanted. Now, they didn't get to everything. They got to a handful of the trees, like this one as well. But we do need to make sure we put some better protection in place, especially as these trees get bigger and start producing more fruit. We want to be able to protect everything the best we can. So we really are going to make sure we put a good fence in place. Again, it's going to be a much larger one. It's going to cover the entire garden and the orchard. And here's another cage that they just took down. So we really need to make sure we do something with this garden and the orchard this year and just protect everything. And you can see there's remnants of the deer, proof that they've been in here and they need to stay out. Another goal we have is being able to run an electric line and water line directly to the coop. Right now we have an extension cord going from the house to the coop in order to run electricity to keep their waters heated and defrosted during the winter, and to have a light on for them during shorter days. But we want, right here, we want to be able to add a box that has a electric hookup to it, and also have a water hydrant installed. So that way we can just take care of the chickens here very easily. We don't have to rely on having extension cords running from the house. That will all be taken care of and run underground to the coop. And then the hydrant will be helpful too, because we won't have to take jugs of water from the house or from the barn into the coop. The setup we have now has been working just fine. The chickens are happy. You can see they're all laying eggs, which is a great sign considering they're still so young. So we're really pleased with how everything has worked out. We just want to be able to create some more efficiencies here on the farm, and having a dedicated electric box for the coop and also having the hydrant will really significantly help with us being able to be more efficient and productive as it relates to the chickens, at least. Our next few goals and lists of things that we want to accomplish, not really major goals, but a couple other things, is going to bring us all the way to the other side of the property over by the barns, because it relates to those animals over there, and then our surprise announcement that we're going to have at the end of the video here. So we're coming over to the livestock barn here, so that way we can talk about a couple of the goals that we have inside the livestock barn. So these two pens here, we had the hogs in last, and these need to get fixed up. We have more plans for them. I think what we're going to do is clean out everything in these two pens. We want to take the dividing gate out from the center on the inside there to make it one big pen, and we want to be able to move the heifers into this area. Now, when we had the hogs in here, they really tore it up. It just became such a mess, and we got so frustrated. And it looks like somebody wants to say hi. This is our older heifer. This is her second year on our farm, and last year we tried to breed her, and unfortunately she stayed open. She did not get pregnant, so we bred her again, and we're hoping that she's pregnant now and then we get a fall calf out of her. So fingers crossed. Coming back over to the stall here, I'll show you what I mean and what we're planning on doing. So we're going to take this divider out over here, and we're going to move the heifer pen over there over into this pen here, so that way the pen that the heifers are currently in, we're going to turn into a finishing pen. That's what we originally did, and then we moved the heifers in, but I think these pens right here would work a lot better. They'll also have their water, so that'll help, and they'll be able to have some shelter, so it'll be great for the heifers. They'll also have access to the outside, so that way they can just walk out once this gate here is gone, and they can make their way out into the fields for grazing. And now it looks like everybody else is starting to come into the barn to say hi and see what we're doing. I just love these cattle. They're just so much fun, and it's kind of like having like very big dogs. They're just like following you around and checking out what you're doing, and they are so lovable. And while we're over here, we will go on to our next goal, and that is with the brooder room. You need to get a new door for the brooder room here. That way it keeps in the heat when it's cold out, and can also keep it cooler when it's warm out. So we want to make sure we have a new door installed for the birds. Coming inside, we'll show you the brooder itself. This worked out really great for us. Ryan built this, and he actually designed it and built it himself. It has two layers, so that way we can keep birds on the top and the bottom, so there's plenty of space for the birds to spread out and be able to also raise a lot at one time. So this has worked out great, and we're in the middle of actually building another one just like this. The second brooder we want to be able to put on the other side of the room right here, so that way we can have one on either side, and we can essentially double the amount of chickens we can raise, or turkeys. We also need to clean up all of the storage stuff, so all of our supplies and everything. We want to find a new space and new way to just get this whole area organized and a little bit cleaner while we're at it. So that's another goal of ours. I think we also need to take a look at the lighting. So we have two lights, one here and here, and you can see this one here. The light kind of gets in the way, so when we have the door open, it hits the light bulb, so we had to take the light bulb out, and we are worried that when we put this brooder in place, the same thing's going to happen with this light, so it's going to be a major problem. So we're probably going to have to remove both of these lights, and most likely put one nice really good quality light in the center of the room, so that way we can have plenty of light for us to be able to work in here, and also for the birds when they're in here, but them not get in the way, you know, when we have both brooders in place. And now the big reveal on our really big goal. Now the goal we're most excited about is turning this room into a farm store. It's been a big dream of ours for a while now to be able to set up a farm store on our property where we will be able to sell all of the meat that we raised here. We raise cattle for beef, we raise chickens for meat. We also have laying hens that produce gorgeous eggs, and we also raise hogs to be able to produce our own pork, and everything is absolutely delicious and mouthwatering. So we've been enjoying all of the meat ourselves as a family, and we've also been sharing it with some friends and family, and everybody has raved about it and encouraged us to opening a farm store. So there's this really nice room off of the original farmhouse, and we were using it as a hangout room, but now I think we are ready to embark on turning it into a farm store. So we need to finish getting everything out of this room, and then there's a lot of work that needs to get done before we can actually open the doors and start selling in it. We have to tear out all of the baseboard heat and install a separate heating and air conditioning unit into the room, and then also painting, of course, because it's a hideous color right now, let's be honest, and a lot of other modifications. This is some of our meat that we have now, but we want to get more of this year, so that way we can fully stock our farm store and start selling it. We are so proud of the marbling. It's allowed for such amazing flavor when you're cooking this meat. We have cuts of every kind that you can think of, and everything, like I said, is delicious. So we are over the moon excited to actually get this big project underway and to be able to start selling all of our fresh, farm-raised, wholesome meat here. We'll also have some produce too during the summer. That'll all be seasonally, of course. The meat will be year-round. So looking forward to this. Stay tuned. Watch us on our journey as we transform this room. And if you're not already subscribed, please subscribe so you can follow everything that we're doing and watch us when we finally get to do our grand opening. And hopefully we'll see you at our store as well. We are really excited about all of these goals that we have that we're going to be working on accomplishing this year, especially this last one with the farm store. So stay tuned. If you're not already subscribed, please subscribe so you can follow us on our journey here, and we can share all of the exciting news and accomplishments with you. And with that, we will thank you for the time that you spent with us today. We hope you have a really wonderful rest of your day, and we will see you on the next one.